Fuxi, in the hearts of countless generations of Chinese people, is more than just a legendary sage. He is a symbol of creativity, compassion, and boundless wisdom. His story begins with a mystical legend, one that is imbued with the miraculous elements of heaven and earth, and the benevolent embrace of nature for humanity. It is said that Fuxi's mother, a woman named Hua Su, one day saw an enormous footprint imprinted on the ground while walking through a mountain path. As if it were a divine sign from a heavenly realm, she placed her foot upon it, and in that fateful moment, it was destined that she would bear a child of extraordinary origin, a child whose lineage would unite both heaven and earth. Appearing in the form of a half-human, half-serpent, that child was Fuxi, an embodiment of harmony between humanity and nature, the inseparable connection that would guide people toward a brighter path. As he grew, Fuxi was unlike any other. Not only was he wise and perceptive, but he also had a boundless compassion that touched everything around him. He loved nature deeply, cherishing every river, mountain, animal, and plant he encountered. He spent countless hours observing his surroundings, noticing every subtle change in the weather and every behavior of the animals around him. Through his patience and keen observation, he recognized that all things in nature followed certain laws, and that people could prosper only by living in harmony with the natural world. However, when he looked upon the harsh lives of his people, lives shrouded in darkness and ignorance, plagued by hunger, wild animals, and disease, his heart ached. A powerful sense of duty filled him, a mission he could not ignore, one that urged him to help and guide the people out of their suffering. Fuxi began to teach them essential knowledge. From using tools to living in an organized manner, he invented the fishing net, introducing the concept of tools to harvest food efficiently for the first time in history. He taught them how to weave nets and explained the best times to fish. Thanks to this newfound knowledge, people no longer needed to risk their lives hunting animals for survival. Fishing became a sustainable, stable, and effective way of life, providing the people with ample food and newfound confidence in their ability to improve their lives. He then showed them how to farm, domesticate animals, and care for plants, transforming wild creatures into companions and sources of food and labor. Step by step, he opened their eyes to the wonders of labor, of self-sufficiency, and of a life shaped by their own efforts. Life began to change under Fuxi's guidance. The people no longer suffered from the constant threat of hunger. Fields became green, rivers brimmed with fish, and children's laughter could be heard everywhere. People revered Fuxi, not merely as a leader but as a living saint. Yet his journey was far from over. Fuxi was a visionary. He knew that for a society to truly flourish, it needed not only material security but also moral values and spiritual understanding. He laid down the basic rules for society, helping people grasp the concepts of ethics, of duty to their families, and of responsibility to the community. Before Fuxi, concepts such as family and marriage were vague. People lived without any sense of duty to each other or any form of stable relationships. Fuxi recognized the importance of family as the foundation of a stable society. Thus, he encouraged couples to come together, to build families, to raise children, and to protect one another. He taught them the value of love, of sacrifice, and of prioritizing the well-being of the community. More than just a social leader, Fuxi was a philosopher with the ability to peer into the mysteries of the universe. In his quiet hours of observing the world, he developed the 8 trigrams, Ba Gua, a system of 8 symbols that represented the fundamental elements of the universe. He believed that the cosmos was not a static entity, but a system constantly moving and evolving, with harmony achieved through balance among these elements. The 8 trigrams became a tool that allowed people to understand nature and predict the changes in their lives. Each symbol not only represented the marvels of nature, but also reflected human fate and existence. This philosophy laid the foundation for the I Ching, a profound book of prophecy and philosophy in Chinese culture. Through the 8 trigrams, Fu Xi offered people a glimpse into the universe's power, enabling them to prepare for and adapt to nature's ever-changing rhythms. In this journey of enlightenment, Fu Xi was not alone. His sister and companion, Nuwa, stood by his side. Nuwa was not only his partner but an essential part of his life. Together, they were 2 halves of a whole, yin and yang, heaven and earth, embodying the perfect balance of the universe. United, they molded humanity from clay, breathing life into these clay figures to create beings capable of love, of life, and of sacrifice. Nuwa, with her gentle nature and boundless compassion, was a source of encouragement and support for Fu Xi in moments of exhaustion and doubt. She reminded him of the love that inspired their work and of the reasons they had chosen this path. Their love was more than a personal bond. It was the union of heaven and earth, a symbol of love and unity. With her help, Fu Xi not only provided material security for the people, but also established a solid foundation of cultural and ethical values that would sustain society. But Fu Xi did not stop there. He was also a great healer. He traveled across the land, studying various herbs and plants to discover methods for healing the sick. He understood that a strong society was built on healthy people, unburdened by pain and suffering. He took the time to learn about each plant and each herb, carefully documenting and testing them to ensure safety for the people. His diligence and dedication yielded the first rudimentary knowledge of medicine, which he then taught to the people, showing them how to identify and use various herbs for self-care and family health. His compassion and care transformed not only physical health but also the spirit of the community, strengthening it in every way. Upon his passing, Fu Xi did not simply become a figure of the past. He became part of the divine legend, an ever-present force in the lives of the people. They worshipped him as a protector, honoring him as a deity who had endowed them with knowledge, strength, and compassion. His image, accompanied by the 8 trigrams, and his half-serpent form, could be found in every temple, in every ritual, in every spoken legend. He was remembered not only as a leader but as a father, a friend, a being who stood by their side through every turn of life. Every festival, every prayer to Fu Xi was not simply an act of faith but an expression of gratitude, a means of preserving a connection to their ancestor and their origin. Fu Xi's teachings and philosophies on harmony with nature, on compassion, and on duty have become the foundation of Chinese thought and culture. From Taoism to Confucianism, from kings to scholars, his ideas have influenced countless generations. He is the guiding light, the eternal flame that has shown the way toward peace, prosperity, and love. Fu Xi's life is an unending epic, a journey of relentless dedication, a journey that transcends time and space, beyond the boundaries of life and death. Fu Xi lives in the hearts of the people, as light, as faith, as a symbol of boundless love and compassion. He is not just a historical figure, he is a part of the nation's soul, an indelible legend in the hearts and memories of every Chinese person. Against the vast canvas of history, Fu Xi appears not only as a wise and dignified figure but as a beloved father, a genuine friend, and a revered teacher. He embodies the eternal values of dedication, wisdom, and the aspiration for perfection. His legacy is not merely that of a primitive civilization but of an undying flame of love, kindness, and unwavering hope for the future of humanity. In every heart, in every spirit of the Chinese people, Fu Xi lives, breathes, and inspires generation after generation. He is Fu Xi, the legend of an era, the source of life, the embodiment of light, and the everlasting legacy in the history and culture of the nation.